Throughout this course, we've talked about quite a few important concepts for WordPress development. A lot of the problems we've been facing can be solved by using two plugins called Custom Post Type UI and Advanced Custom Fields. These two plugins will create post types, taxonomies, and custom fields for us. Let's check these plugins out. Inside the admin dashboard, navigate to Plugins Add New. Search for the plugin called Custom Post Type UI. This plugin was created by Web Dev Studios. Install and activate this plugin. After activating this plugin, you should find a menu called CPT UI appear. Let's create a new post type. There are a lot of fields here, but each field corresponds to a setting we can set in the Register Post Type function. Not only that, but there are also these little helper texts that describe what each setting does. As you can see, this plugin is extremely powerful and easy to use even for people who can't code. Let's create a new post type. The first three fields are required. I'm going to set the post type slug to music. The plural and singular labels will be music. Right after this, you can set additional labels, but I'm going to leave this as is. I'm going to toggle this for a second so that we don't have to scroll all the way down. Then we have some settings we can set. Most of these are fine by default. If you scroll down, you'll find a list of taxonomies we can assign to this post type. We even see the origin taxonomy we created earlier. I want to create a custom taxonomy for this post type. We'll do that next. Before we do, let's add this post type. Once added, you can view the post type by clicking on the View Post Types tab. The plugin provides plenty of information about this post type and its settings. It even provides information about how you would use this post type in the template hierarchy. This is incredibly useful. Let's create the taxonomy genre that will be associated with this post type. This plugin allows you to create taxonomies without having to write code. You can create it by going to CPT UI, Add Edit Taxonomies. Let's create a taxonomy for genres. The slug will be genre, the plural will be genres, and the singular will be genre. Nothing too crazy. We even have the opportunity to assign this taxonomy to a post type. I only want this taxonomy to apply to the music post type, so check that box only. Just like last time, you can also set some additional labels and settings. I'm fine with most of these settings except for one. The Show in Rest setting should be set to true. Just like last time, custom taxonomies can only work in Gutenberg if this value is true. Submit the form. You should see a success message. If you look at the menu, you'll find our music post type, and under the menu, you'll find the genre taxonomy. If you were to create a new music post, you'll find a new panel for the genre. We didn't have to write a single line of code to accomplish any of this. Let's keep going with this route. I want to create some custom fields. Unfortunately, it's not possible with the Custom Post Type UI plugin. Go to Plugins, Add New, and search for the plugin Advanced Custom Fields by Elliot Condon. Install and activate this plugin. On the menu, you'll find a new item called Custom Fields. Click on it and you'll see an overview of all the custom fields created with this plugin. It's empty, so let's add in 2 new fields. Click on the Add Field buttons and you'll be taken to this page where you can create some fields. I'm going to call this group Music Options. Then I'm going to add 1 field. The first field will be called Release Date. Immediately after typing this, ACF will automatically generate the next field. That's fine with me, as that would be the name I would have used originally. For the field type, I'm going to set this to Date Picker. The rest of the settings are fine as is. That's about it. I'm going to publish these changes. You should receive a success message. Let's try creating a new music post. All the way at the bottom, you should see the field appearing. The release date even has this fancy date picker. I'm going to fill in some stuff here. Make sure to publish your post after doing so. If we look at the post, it'll look alright, but we get this error and it's loading information we're not interested in. To fix this, we're going to create a template specific to this post type. Create a file named single-music.php. Copy everything from the single template into this template. I'm going to remove the comments and related posts section. Then I'm going to add some code right above the content function. In order to get fields from the advanced custom fields, you're provided a function called the_field. You pass in the name of the field you'd like to grab. I'm going to grab the release date. Refresh the page after you've made these changes and you should see the template working accordingly. This is the power of these two plugins. They're really popular with over 1 million installations combined. So why did I show you how to do all of this manually? Well, it's important to understand how WordPress works and how these plugins work behind the scenes. These plugins are doing the exact same thing we did in the previous lectures. They're calling the register taxonomy function and using metadata just like we would. The only difference is that these plugins take it a step further by semi-automating the process for you. In my opinion, these plugins are really great. They make developing sites a whole lot faster. I recommend you give them a try and learn more about them. Of course, they can't handle all situations for you, but they should be able to solve most, if not half of your problems for you. You're not limited to just using one or the other. You can use these plugins to create post types, taxonomies, and custom fields for you. Then you can add in your own code if you need more functionality. You use the exact same functions as you would before without any worry or hassle. This is the beauty of WordPress development. Even though every plugin does different things, they all use the same APIs and functions as you would. Before I end this lecture, there is one more resource I want to show you that will help you with some of the problems you'll face in the field of WordPress development. In the resource section of this lecture, I provide a link to the Generate WP site. This site will help generate code you need to create things like taxonomies, post types, and so much more. Let's explore one of these tools. I'm going to click on the Post Type Generator page. This generator will generate the exact code you need to create a post type. You can even modify these settings with a user-friendly interface. I'm going to change the post type field to music. Then I'm going to click Update Code. The code will then refresh, and you will now see our changes reflected on the code. This tool is invaluable and is extremely flexible. If you're not comfortable with using a plugin to generate your post types and would rather write your own code, then this tool and site will make that process easier. I highly recommend you bookmark it. It has several tools you can use related to WordPress development. That's basically it. In the next few lectures, we'll be getting into some advanced topics, so get ready to do some more coding.